everyone and welcome to the Invictus Racing League, the Performance League. I am your host with the most, Malc. Tonight, always with the legendary, the American commentator, Tim. How you doing, mate? You alright?
How you doing, Malc? I'm doing just fine. Maybe a little bit late, but you know what? When I was a kid, they told me I could be anything, so I chose to be late.
Ah, fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Like I said, we're at the glorious race of Canada tonight. What's going to happen here tonight? Do you reckon there'll be any shocks along the way from what you saw the last few races that you've been watching recently?
Well, to answer your question, I really can't. I mean, last week was a pretty stellar race at Singapore. Of course, it wasn't the carnage that I expected, but nonetheless, it was a great race. So, you know, my predictions, they just really haven't been working out as of late. So maybe I need to ask the drivers who needs a good day, and maybe I'll predict them to have a bad day, maybe turn the tables in their favor.
We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what happens here, Tim. Now, I'm going to mention about the standings as we speak. So, Mr. Sky Z, the Drivers' Championship leader with 95 points. Wave Intel in second place with 70 points. You've got Tom 444 in third with 66, which is TL44S on the screen there. You've got Scopefield in fourth place. You've got Ferocioustan in fifth place. Luke Bailey's in sixth place. Yoss is in seventh place. Sab is in eighth place. O'Stevens in ninth, and Nigel Gash is in 10th place. But looking at those drivers here tonight, we're going to do Simon. Sorry, I do apologise. I do pronounce the namings wrong there. So Simon's going to do his Simon 118. He's going to do his lapping now on the DRS straight now. So what can he do on this point of the track here at the Canadian Grand Prix now? So we come up to which is the first corner now. Then come up to which is the second corner with the beautiful grandstands there. Up the hill now into turn 3 now, I believe. Then come up to the awkwardest part here. They've got to be careful of that corner there. You have to be absolutely be careful there at that point. Then we come up to the end of the first sector now. So we don't know what time he's going to do, but he's definitely the first driver of the day there. So coming up to 15 minutes 30 left of the qualifying now. We're coming up to which is turn 8 at the second DRS straight at that point here. Then coming up to which is turn 9 now. They've got to be absolutely careful there too, because obviously at the back end of the car they've got to be absolutely spot on there. They're coming up to the hairpin which is in the second sector now. Up to which is turn 10 now, and then they feel like you're in that right in that F1 mode here. They go the long straight here. Mr. P has joined in his car a little bit later than expected there. We've got 15 minutes left. Coming up to, this is the part that have to be absolutely crucial here, at the chicane part here on turn 13-14 now. Then coming up to which is the straight now, and the start time to beat is a 1 minute 10.4, Tim. A 1 minute 10.4 on the soft tyres. So, have you driven around Canada, to be fair, mate?
I have driven around Canada, and it's actually one of my favorite tracks, and actually it's one of the tracks that I actually don't have a lot of problems getting around. You know, I mean, obviously there's a couple of sectors there that are really difficult, especially entering turn 3. It's just such a slow part of the racetrack compared to actually gaining a little bit of speed on that straightaway. And then I believe it was turn 9 or 10, the S's right before the hairpin. That is also very difficult. You were saying that you have to watch the rear end, and you could not be any more correct now. It is a difficult corner, and it is so easy to hit those curbs wrong or get into the throttle just a little bit too much, and then you're around.
Yeah, absolutely stuff. I mean, I love Canada, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love Canada, but then the chicane, you could floor it, but now it feels like as soon as you hit the curves, you could hit the wall of champions on the end part there, where the famous drivers of like Michael Schumacher, Damon Hill as well. That's why they call it the wall of champions there. And they've got to be absolutely careful around that last bit of the chicane. Don't you agree, Tim?
Oh, absolutely. You got to be really careful. Of course, with these cars, you know, they are so... The F1 cars in general, they're so twitchy that you have to be careful on any course, but especially these courses that, you know, you get such high speed, these really long straightaways there.
Absolutely stuff. Mr. Sky C is going to the lead now with a 1 minute 10.3. So 30 minutes 10 left, Tim. Looking at the time so far, so Mr. Sky C's done a 1:10.3. Simon's done a 1:10.4. Ferocious Dan is in third with a 1:10.6. TL44S is in fourth with 1 minute 10.7. Luke Bailey's in fifth with 1:10.9, and the rest obviously in the 1:11s and 12s. What do you reckon the pole time will be based on what you've seen so far in this qualifying session?
We're going to see a 1:08. We're going to see a 1:08. I do believe, because already you got Scope Filter in first, a 1:10.191. That's dangerously close to a 1:09. And I do believe that this is just the times are going to get faster as this session drags on. We're going to see a 1:08 for sure. Oh,
absolutely stuff. But yeah, but like I said, it's just madness stuff here. I mean, I don't know. You reckon 1:08? Do you reckon high 1:08s or mid 1:08s based on what you're seeing now from your prediction?
Probably 1:087, somewhere around there, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Maybe down to 9s. Like, I don't think that they're going to be super fast. Not, it's not like they're going to be flirting with the 1:07s, but I do predict seeing 1:08s. At least the pole time being a 1:08.
Oh, absolutely. But you just have to wait and see what happens here. Well, what's happened with Nigel Gash now? Coming up to the straight now, so he's going to do his qualifying lap now. What was you going to say? Sorry, Tim.
No, you're fine, Malc, but I just want to mention, though, that you see Scope Filter and Mr. Sky Z 1 and 2 right now, but they are also in the Williams, where they were in the Toro Rossos last week, rather. They're now in the Williams and will be for the remainder of this season. Those two drivers have just absolutely dominated this year. Absolutely
stuff here. But like I said, Mr. Sky Z is in first place with 95 points. You got Wave Intel, which is Ton Avalanche. I do apologise. So I'm just reading it from the standings point of view. So there's a 25-point gap. Now, there's 30 points left tonight. Mr. Sky Z could win the Drivers' Championship tonight, and possibly the Constructors, I believe. We'll have to go through the Constructors in a minute, but at the moment here, Mr. Sky Z, all he has to get is get 5 or more points in the last 2 races, and he'll carry on to be, which is the 3rd world title, I believe. I think it's the 3rd world title in a row in the performance. That's still impressive, to be fair, considering he hasn't won many races, but he has been consistent in the podium stuff for majority of the racing and stuff. Probably. Do you agree, Tim?
Oh yes, for sure. I mean, excuse me, getting choked up there as always, but yes, I mean, definitely for sure. And, with Mr. Sky Z, you say he only has to finish, or he only needs 5 more points, so essentially that's like, what, about a 6th, 7th place finish, give or take, that he needs to finish in order to actually get those points to be the champion tonight?
Yes, that's correct. 5 or more points to win the Drivers' Championship, based on, depending on where Ton Avalanche has to win both races, and hope Mr. Sky Z doesn't get more than 5 points. Oh, here we go. As we were saying about Ton Avalanche, he's moved up to first place now with a pole time there of a 1:10.076. That's a great time there from Ton Avalanche. That is a set in stone now. He needs to do everything he can to get in there, and he does get there in the pole position there. I'm just watching Sab now coming up to passing the wall of champions there, coming up to the final straight now, and he moves up to second place. Second place now, 1 minute 10.090, 200ths off Ton Avalanche's time in first place there. But yeah, madness stuff there, Tim. Who are you watching so far?
Well, watching Sab right now, but going to go back down into the field and take a look at Sheepy83. He's run a 1:10.754. He's currently the 7th fastest car. He's in his Toro Rosso right now. Not sure if he's going to try to run another lap or pull into the pits this time. However, we do have Luke Bailey and TB both coming out on their out lap as well as Yas and Nitrogash. Nitrogash has been out on the course before, but has not yet set a timed lap. Meanwhile, we are watching TB230. We'll just call him TB, though. I always want to read his name outright. But anyway, his time is a 1:11.317 that he has set on soft tires. Right now, he has another set of soft tires and 0 laps on them, as, of course, he's on his out lap. But we're going to be watching him and see what happens there.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what he could do there. While you're watching that, Tim, I'm just still watching Sheepy now. I don't know whether he's going to do his lap in or he's going to go back into the pits now. But if not, I'm going to have to try and see if we can try and and jump into any of the other drivers in coming up soon. I think Luke Bailey's moved up to 10th place with a 1 minute 10.964. So Luke Bailey's in the top 10 now. Simon is in 5th place at the minute, so it looks like he's going to do his proper qualifying lap now. He's in 1 minute 10.496, Tim. Now, how's TB 230791 doing now?
Well, TB, he's right now still in the 11th position. He just entered turn 3. Hold on just a minute. I'm going to turn on the telemetry data. He is using every bit of ERS that he possibly can right now. Right now, he's on the hot lap. He's got plenty of it. He's using the DRS now as well, of course. Riding on board with him as he goes under the Emirates Fly Better banner. He is heading toward that hairpin, but first he has to maneuver through those S's, and he maneuvered through it very nicely. Heading toward the hairpin now as he goes under the Rolex banner. And around that tight right-hander. Need to get a good exit off of this corner to get the best speed down the straightaway as possible. And now Yas has set a 109.717. Take it, Matt.
Oh, I was going to say, Jos has just moved up to first place with 1 minute 9.717. Simon, who I was just watching on my screen, if you're watching it from the streaming as well, he's done a 1 minute 9.901. That's a cracker of a time there from the McLaren driver there, as well as Jos in the Sauber, I believe. Yeah, sorry, the Alfa Romeo. I do apologise. I keep getting confused with the car stuff a few times, but hopefully that won't affect any more there. So what can I'm just going to go back to Nitrogas now. Looks like he's going to do his proper qualifying lap as we speak. We're passing Farage Senna now, passing turn 2, then coming to which is turn 3 and 4, which is the part where they have to be absolutely careful, because you could cut the corner there if you don't watch it there. Be absolutely careful. But looking at the tyre wear here, Tim, the top 9 have gone for the soft tyres, their bestest laps so far. Now, I will get a bit of the tyre strategy set up as we speak in a moment or two, but would you have gone for the softs or would you have gone for the medium tyres in this stage?
Well, looking at the times right now, I would probably have to go with the soft tires just because everyone else went ahead and fitted the soft tires. And I'm looking at Nitro Gas down there on the mediums, and he's only ran a 110.8, and that does not look very promising. Now, sure, you could stay out maybe twice as long, give or take, on the mediums than you could the softs, but I'm just not so sure if it's going to be all that beneficial.
We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen next here. But I was just watching Nigel Gash now. He's gone back into the pits. As I was watching that, I'm just going to watch TL44S now, try and do his lapping now. So at the moment here, Ferocious down Sheepy. Sheepy83, TL44S and Suspud are the only ones who are on the track. Boy Better Know and Luke Bailey on their outlaps, but Ferocious Down moves up to 3rd place now, Tim, with a 1:10.053. Now the excitement's going to come in with under 5 minutes left of the qualifying. This is absolutely belter here. I can't wait for this. I cannot wait for this. Come on. Here we go. What can TL44S do on the long straight now? Coming to the start finishing line now. Oh, I bet you that was a teaser of a lap there. I reckon that was a teaser of a lap. So it looks like he's going to try and do his lapping now. Coming to passing Virage Senna. Now passing turn 2 and then coming to just turn 3 and 4 now. So, Tim, what are you doing so far?
Looking at TL44S right now. He's in his Toro Rosso. Gonna take a look now at... I'm sorry, Malc. I keep getting so choked up every time I even try to talk today.
We apologise for any technical difficulties, guys, but Tim will be back on in a second or two. So he'll be back on now. You okay, Tim? You all right?
Yeah, I'm completely fine. Just had to take a second to get a drink of water.
No, that's fine, mate. I'll carry on while you're getting all set up there. So watching TL44S coming up to the long DRS straight now, passing Detroit du Casino. If that's how you pronounce it there. Passing the DRS straight now, coming to which is turn 13 of the chicane part. Oh, TL44S is just going to the pits now. So, Boy Better Know coming up to the straights now. I will get back to Tim in a moment or two. So, just watching Boy Better Know coming to the long DRS straight now, passing Droid du Casino, if that's how you pronounce it there. So, Boy Better Know. Oh, they're going back into the pits. They're going back into the pits here. Madness stuff there. TB 230791.
TB, he absolutely overshot the S's there. I just turned onto him, and then all of a sudden, he's just going through the chicane.
Oh, yeah, I was just saying, I was just caught in at the last moment there. It just went over the chicane there. But like I said, I think that might be a massive mistake there. So I will not be surprised if he goes back into the pits as quickly as possible. Now, Spud was the only one who did not make a lap in, but he moved up to 9th with a 1 minute 10.630. So Spud is in 9th place now. So just watching Nigel Gash now. 2 minutes 35 left. Tim. Oh, here we go. Can we see any more shocks along the way here? Come on. Oh, what do you reckon it's going to happen? Do you reckon there'll be a new leader, or do you reckon it will be Jos who'll be in the pole position for tonight's race here?
I think it's going to be Jos. He's right now on his outlap right now as I am watching him, and I do believe my prediction of a 1:08 lap is out the window at this point. Of course, Jos may be able to keep those hopes alive, but he's going to have to run almost a second better than what he already has. Meanwhile, Ton Albanach in 4th. He is also coming out on his outlap, as well as Mr. Sky Z. Mr. Sky Z and Scopefield are lining up in the 6th and 7th position as of right now. Mr. Sky Z looking to improve on that time. Jos is now across the line to start his lap, going into turns 1 and 2. What's going on, Malc?
Oh, Nigel Gash has moved up to 2nd place with a 109.786. 700s off. 700s off from Jos's time there. Magnificent time there from Nigel Gash into the top 3. Now, I'm just watching Sab now passing the World Champions now. Coming up to the DRS straight now. Oh, he might have just going to do his lapping now. Mr. Sky C, I'll let you carry on, Tim.
Currently watching Yacht right now as he is trying to set a fast lap. He's only got 1 minute and 10 seconds to do it. He is approaching the hairpin now, taking that tight right-hander, going to try to get the best exit as possible to get as much speed down this DRS straight as he possibly can. Here in just a moment, he will be able to activate the DRS, and there it is. It clicked, it beeped, and now he's activated. He's going down the straightaway. He is running super fast, just trying to not scrub off any speed. He's going through the final chicane. Crosses the line here in just a moment. Where will he end up? 109.432 for Jos.
Oh, what a brilliant lap there from Jos. Jos Hesiday. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant there from Jos. Brilliant. What can Sab do? Sab's coming up the DRS straight now. Oh, Droid do Casino now. Coming up to which is turn 13. Then into 14 now. The World Champions now. Can he try and beat that moment of magic here? Can Sab do it? Oh, he misses out. He misses out by 2/10. He misses out by 2/10. Can Simon into the top 3 now? He's coming to the pass in the first sector now. So Sport has retired for the session. Year flag set to 3. Qualifying has now finished, Tim. Qualifying has now finished. What's going to happen next, Tim?
Well, it looks like Jos has a nice grasp on that pole position right now, watching Simon as he is going to finish his lap. He's currently approaching what looks to be a Williams, the Williams of Mr. Sky Z. I don't think it's going to hold him up at all, but nonetheless, he's right there in front of him. Mr. Sky Z also trying to complete a lap here. He is currently in the 9th position with a 110.234. So Mr. Sky Z definitely wanting to improve on that. Meanwhile, and he will not. Mr. Sky Z has pulled off, but now Simon goes right by him. And now he is going down the final straightaway. Here in just a moment, he will cross the line. And where will he end up? Still 5th place, as Boy Better Know is now in the 3rd position with a 109.668. But Simon will have to line up in the 5th position with a 109.901.
Yeah, just have to wait and see what's going to happen here next here. Trying to get the slipstream here. Oh, Scopefielder moves up to 7th place. Scopefielder has moved up to 7th place here. While we missed out, Boy Better Now moves up to the top 3 now. Boy Better Now moves up into the top 3 now. So that's a crack out of a lap there from Boy Better Now. So what a qualifying lap there, Tim. Absolutely belters. Belters.
That you are indeed, and he is not someone that I expected to see up there on the podium today for the qualifying, but nonetheless, he is a good start for Boy Better Know. The official starting lineup is going to be Jos in 1st, Sab in 2nd, Boy Better Know in 3rd, Nitro Gash in 4th, Zyman in 5th, TL44S in 6th, 7th is going to be Scopefielder, Ferocious Dan in the Racing Point Machine in 8th, 9th is Ton Almanac in the Alfa Romeo. The Williams of Mr. Sky Z in 10th. Luke Bailey in 11th. 12th is Sir Spud. Sheepy 83 in 13th. And 14th in the Renault is TB230 with a 111.317 on hard tires. So he's definitely going for a different strategy than everyone else today.
Absolutely stuff here. Now, as I was saying earlier, I've been told by the weather crew it's going to be a dry race. Now, if you're wondering, we will have a look at the comments while this is coming up now. So, if you've got any questions or queries, we'll do that in just a sec. But I hope you're enjoying the stream so far, guys. Like I said, this is a belt of a fantastic, great qualifying, to be fair, Tim. Is there anyone from those drivers that you reckon there'll be a shock tonight?
Well, I'm going to keep my eye on TB because him starting on hard tires, maybe pit strategy will be able to go his way. But boy better know, coming out with that third place qualifying position, that is just a stellar start for him, a third place. So that's going to be really good. Going to keep an eye on him. Of course, you have to watch Mr. Sky Z and Scope Builder. They've been dominant all season, so you cannot take your eyes off of them. But as far as how the top three is looking right now, I'm actually sort of surprised. It's actually a little bit different. It's not the traditional top three that we have, or just the traditional drivers that have been on the top three each and every week. But nonetheless, it's going to be good. Of course, Yas, he's really fast. So him starting on pole, I look for him to take an early lead.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jos, with the form that he's had, the last win that he's had was in Belgium, and that was on race 7. Race 8. Race 7, I was right first time of asking. So, Jos' last win was in Belgium on race 7. He's had a DNF, and then he's had a third place from Bahrain, the one that he does not want to be repeated, where he missed out on the win in third place. And then also he had a did not start at Singapore as well. Like I say, good evening to everyone that's joined this session. I hope you enjoy the Performance League at the Invictus Racing League. What do you think is going to happen here tonight? Do you think there'll be a shock along the way? Or do you think that there'll be even more stuff? But also, not only we do the Performance Leagues tonight, but we also do the No Assist League with the greatest commentary of them all from Gareth and Sab on the No Assist League. Obviously, myself and Tim on the Performance League on the Tuesday nights. Wednesday nights, you have the Equal Leagues of the F1 for the Monday nights of Tim. Energy Dan for F2 and myself in F3 for the final 2 races of the season here. It's been an absolutely belter and stuff, but also we have the Gran Turismo Leagues on the Thursdays as well, but also make sure you check out the podcast as well on the YouTube channel on the Thursday nights with Gareth and Sab for all about the F1 and also Invictus Racing Leagues. Great listen as well. Brilliant stuff as well. And also check out the social media stuff of the Twitter and the Instagram as well. So and the Facebook as well. So make sure you tune in, subscribe. You know the drill on that one, guys, because you get all the latest news on everything that you can get. Alright, so like I said, I wish everyone all the best of luck on this, and I like to see the strategies and stuff here tonight. You got Luke Bailey, Sir Spud, and F1 Mr. P, who's just joined in a bit late on the qualifying earlier in the medium tyres team, and then also you got Sheepy in 13th place, and then also TB30791 in the hard tyres. Now, is there any shock from those tyre wears that you noticed there, Tim?
Not really a shock. However, I will say that I expected a few more drivers to try and go the reverse strategy, but right now we have, technically we have 4 drivers going the reverse strategy. Mr. P going on mediums, along with Luke Bailey and Sir Spud, and of course TB on the hard tires. So, but for some reason, I expected just a few more to at least experiment with it in qualifying.
Yeah, absolutely stuff. Now, if my calculations are correct, the hard tyre should last about 20 to 22 laps. The medium tyre should last halfway, between 16 and 18 laps, and the soft tyre should last about 12 to 14, I believe, 12 to 14 laps roughly. But they've had 3 laps in, so I could be predicting it wrong. But like I say, we have to wait and see what's going to happen next year, Tim. Now, I'll let you do the honours of the starting grid now, quickly.
All right, well, you see the drivers on the grid. You hear those itchy pedal feet. You hear those engines revving. These drivers, they are ready to go for the Canadian Grand Prix. And you see 5 red lights in the air. No red lights are off. Now, green flag. They are away, going to turn 1 for the Invictus Racing League's Performance League Canadian Grand Prix. Yas out to an early lead, and the Renault of Boy Better Know trying to make a move underneath Sab for the 2nd position. Meanwhile, Yas still out in 1st, Sab in 2nd, Boy Better Know in 3rd, but it is absolutely just a cluster behind the leaders here.
Oh my days, this is an absolutely belt of a start there. Mr. P drops down to 15th place there. Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant here. Oh, Yoshi's going to try and pull away from Sab there in 1st and 2nd place, but I'm still watching from TL44S and the battle there from 6th downwards here. What's happening so far, Tim?
Currently watching Boy Better Know. He's in the 3rd position. He's going to try to put a lot of pressure on Sab, but right behind him we have Nitro Gash in the Red Bull, who is under a lot of pressure from the McLaren of Zyman 118. Just behind him, of course, is TL44S, who had a pretty decent start, actually. He's in the Toro Rosso, so all of these drivers just running nose to tail here, especially that McLaren and Red Bull. The McLaren of Zyman now trying to make a move on Nitro Gash. Will he be able to make it stick? He does. Zyman now moves in front of Nitro Gash. Zyman in the 4th place. Nitro Gash back to 5th.
Contact between Scope. Yeah, there's a bit of contact there, but look at that. There's a 4 in the bed, nearly 3 in the bed.
Contact between Nitro Gash and the Toro Rosso, by the way, and then all of a sudden Scopebuilder gets into the back of Nitro Gash. This is just carnage, Mac. Well, not carnage, but crazy.
Oh, we had a 3 in the bed, nearly a 4 in the bed situation here. Absolutely brilliant here, Tim. Oh my days, come on. Oh, this is why I love Canada. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant here. Oh, fantastic stuff there. Simon is going to move on to Sab there for 3rd place here. Oh, Tim, what have you got so far?
Well, Zyman, he is definitely putting a lot of pressure on that Ferrari of Sab. As Sab, as you see, running in the 3rd position. Boy Better Know has moved his way up into 2nd. Yas, still your leader, but the battle right now is between Zyman and Sab for the 3rd position. It is only lap 2, but these drivers, they are treating it like it is 5 laps to go. Zyman going down the straightaway. This is where he made his move on Nitro Gas just 1 lap ago. Will he be able to do anything with Sab this time around? He will not. He's trying to use the slipstream, but will not be able to get close to him. He is right on the back of his bumper, though, going down the front straightaway now. They are going to complete lap 2. It is now lap 3. DRS will be activated very shortly, if not activated already. Going into turn 1 now, Sab still has the advantage over Zyman 118. And just behind Zyman now is TL44S, who wants to stick his hat into this ring. He wants to get involved in this mess. He wants to go up there. He wants to try to get 4th. He wants to try to get 3rd. He wants that podium as well.
Absolutely stuff. While you're watching that, Tim, I'm just watching Schofield try to close in on that. Time Avalanche has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings there, so he has to be very careful there. I know that's only the 1st penalty, but like I said, with Canada, you do easily get penalties left, right and centre, so they've got to be absolutely careful wherever you go at the Canadian Grand Prix here. So just watching Ferocious down trying to close in on Schofield now for 7th place, but at the moment here, as things stand, like I said, Mr. Sky C in 9th place. Time Avalanche will need to win the race if he wants to stand any chance of winning his 1st ever Performance League championship title here, but it'll be a massive call now based on that. But looking at that point there now, we might have a 3-car battle here. I'm just trying to go back to, might have to go back to Simon in a minute, in a moment. What was on the background there? Time Avalanche on Mr. Sky C there. What a move! What a move there from Time Avalanche in 9th place. We've got another 2 in a bad situation coming up.
And now there has been contact between Sab and Zyman now. Sorry to interrupt, Malc, but Zyman was trying to make a move on Sab going to turn 2, and there was some contact. I don't know if there is any wing damage at all, but definitely some contact between the Ferrari and the McLaren.
Oh, what a move. Oh, like I said, I'm not sure what happened there, Tim, but I'm still gobsmacked about Time Avalanche's move on Mr. Sky C, the Drivers' Championship leader at the moment here. Oh my days, Ferocious trying to close in on Schofield now for 7th place now. He's coming up to 2/10 now. Oh, nearly. Oh my days. TL4 is doing an absolutely stellar of a job there. Trying to close in on Simon now for 4th place here. Who are you watching so far, Tim?
Watching the same battle you're watching, but I also took a peek at Ferocious Dan and Scopebuilder. Scopebuilder is getting closer to Nitro Gash, but Ferocious Dan is also getting closer to Scope as well. But of course, rejoining the battle up here is now TL44S is trying to make a move on Simon, but he did not work. He fell back in line.
Oh, Scope nearly made the move there on Nitro Gash there for 6th place here. We might have a 3-car battle here. There's also another 3-car battle there coming up soon there. Oh my days! Ferocious Dan. Oh, nearly made the move there. Oh, this is what I love, Canada. I absolutely love Canada. I'm so sorry, team. They're just absolutely excitement stuff. TL44S has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Brilliant. Tim.
That he does indeed, and that's going to be very unfortunate for him, moving back to the lead, or not the lead, but the battle for the final podium position for the moment as Zymon's making a move on Sab now. The McLaren moves up to 3rd position, but will he be able to hold it? Yes, he will, at least for now, as they head toward the hairpin, but now Sab is fighting back and fighting back hard.
Oh my days, we've just had a brilliant battle there between Schofield and Nitro Gash and Ferocious Dan. Scope is moved up to 6th place. Nitro Gash moves up to 7th. Ferocious Dan drops down to 8th place here. But oh my days, we might have a 3-in-a-bed. We might have a 3-in-a-bed situation coming up soon. Oh, this is going to be a belter. Sam's dropped down to 5th place here. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, we've got a 3-in-a-bed. We've got a 3-in-a-bed. Oh, what a move there from Nitro Gash. Nitro Gash has made a move. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, dear. Tim, brilliant.
Still watching it going into turn 1. Scopebuilder does not want to give it up easily, not at all. Neither does Ferocious Dan. Scopebuilder trying to make a move on the inside of Nitro Gash, but he will not be able to make it stick. Not this time, that Red Bull. He's just a little bit faster, but Scope is right behind him. Ferocious Dan is really just riding on Scope's coattails right now. Going to try to follow him through this pack if Scope can make any move. Of course, Ferocious Dan going to try to make a move on Scope soon if he can, and Ferocious Dan another 3-second time penalty.
Oh, we've got a 5-car battle here as you were watching there, team. Oh my days, we've got the Nitro Gash train here coming up soon. Scopebuilder. Nitro Gash will be a sitting duck here. He's going to be absolutely killed there. We've got like a massive train there. Oh my days, how many cars? I'm losing count there. Here we go, DRS galores here. Who's going to win the battle of the DRS here? I just saw two Mercedes there on 11th and 12th there, respectively here. Ferocious Dan moves up to 7th place. The 2 Mercedes at the background. Scopebuilder's dropped into the pits now. He's dropped into the pits now. 7-car train here. Scope is in the pits now. Oh my days, this is a brilliant race. This is absolutely brilliant. At Canada. Tim.
See, these guys, they're battling so hard, and this is only for like the 6th position. I mean, imagine what they'd be doing if they were running for the lead right now. Riding on board now with Ton Almanac, just taking a look at him, and he is trying very, very desperately to catch this 2-car battle of Ferocious Dan and Nitro Gash. Nitro Gash holding his own right now, but Ferocious Dan, he is there ready to pounce on any mistake.
Ferocious Dan makes the move! No, he was going side by side there with Nitro Gash there for 6th place there. Mr. P has moved up to 9th place, so Spudge dropped down to 11th place there. Oh my days at the hairpin! Contact a little bit there, but Ferocious Dan moves up to 6th. Avalanche, what a move! What a move! We've got the train going now. Who's going to make the moves here? Who do you want to pick? Who do you want to pick out of all this? Boy Better Knows in the pits. Boy Better Knows put into the pits now. Mr. P moves to 8th. No, Nitro Gash. Nitro Gash is going to the pits now. Madness stuff there. Absolutely madness stuff here. 5 cars already in the pits now. Sheepy, Nitro Gash, Mr. Sky C, Ferocious Dan, and Boy Better Know. Tim.
Well, looking for a battle here, but really there is not much of one. Meanwhile, Yas is still in command of this race by 4.3 seconds ahead of Zyman, 118 in the McLaren. TL44S is in 3rd right now, followed by Sab in 4th. Ton Almanac is in 5th. Sixth is F1 Mr. P, with seventh is Sir Spud, both of those the Ferraris. Then the two Renaults Luke Bailey in the Haas is in eighth, and then the Renault of Boy Better Know is in ninth. Boy Better Know is the first driver right now in the line that has pitted. He is the highest running driver who has pitted. He has 0 laps on those medium tires. Luke Bailey has 7 laps on his medium tires.
Absolutely madness stuff here. Absolutely madness stuff. You got F1 Mr. P going on the DRS straight now. Montano Avalanche for 5th place here. Mr. P starting on the back there. He moves up to 5th place. Oh, Montano Avalanche is going defensive now. Mr. P is going to try and go for the move. No! Try to be absolutely delicate there, but you might have another chance here on the DRS straight here. So Sab, the top 4 drivers are in the pits now. Oh, Mr. P! Mr. P! Oh, this is going to be a belter, Tim! This is going to be a belter!
A little bit of contact as he actually pushed John Almanac into the corner, but none of them got any worse for wear. Now going into turn 3 here. And through the chicane, they get by rather nicely. Go ahead now.
Just still watching Mr. P and Time Avalanche for 1st place here. This has been a brilliant drive there for Mr. P now. So Spud's still holding on for the 3rd place here. Oh, absolutely madness. So Sab's got a penalty now. Mr. P moves up to 1st place now. He makes the move against Time Avalanche, so he moves up to 1st place. What a move there from F1 Mr. P80. Tim.
Still watching it here, but now going to go back into the pack just a little bit as Yas has officially pitted. Of course, that happened about a lap ago. So Yas now running in front of Boy Better Know by just a little bit, about 2 seconds actually. Boy Better Know is about 2 seconds behind Yas as Yas is going down the long straightaway right now, entering the final 2 corners. Oh. And now we have another driver going into the pits. That is Ton Alvanot going into the pits now. Mr. P still the leader. Sir Spud in 2nd. Yas is now moving up to 3rd. Boy Better Know hot on his tail.
Oh, we've got quite a few penalties going on here. We've got Frostad, Sir Spud. I've got 3 second time penalties for multiple warnings. Frostad's got the fastest lap of the race with 1 minute 12.666. Nigel Gas has got 3 second time penalty for multiple warnings. We've got yellow flag. We've got yellow flag on sector 3 now. So something must happen there from one of the drivers there. But like I said, Sir Spud's going to have a chance. The 2 Mercedes.
It was TB.
It was TB.
It was TB. Apparently, yeah, he has went off the track and now he's going into the pits. Not sure what happened. Maybe he overshot the chicane, but he's now in the pits. But that is the reason for the yellow flag.
Oh, absolutely madness stuff here. We might have a 3-car battle here for the top 3. But also, oh, TB's retired. TB's retired. Will we get the safety car, or do you reckon he's gone back into the pits? Sorry.
No, he was already in the pits.
Oh, it was in the pit. I do apologise. Apologise. So Spud's going through the DRS straight now on Mr. P now for 1st place here. There's also a big battle there between Sab and Ferocious in a moment or 2, and also Tyler Balaj and Nigel Gash for 12th and 13th respectively here. Can Sir Spud try? Oh, Yos is on fire at the minute here to try and get back into the top 2 as quickly as possible, but Yos could have an opportunity here. Oh, he nearly made the move there. He nearly made the move, but he might hold on there. But like I said, Mr. P and Sir Spud, they're trying to do everything they can here. Sir Spud is getting absolutely quicker by the moment there with the Merc there. But also you got Boy Better Know closing in on Yos. If Yos is still in this battle here, Boy Better Know's got a 3 second time penalty for multiple warnings. Penalties, there's penalties galore. Penalties will be affected in this race. I'm speechless here, Tim.
I am too, Malc. I mean, it's just been an absolute stellar race, but now Yas is in fact gaining on Sir Spud 72 and F1 Mr. P. They are, all 3 of them, heading toward the right-hander hairpin right there, going down the long straightaway now here in just a minute. Boy Better Know is also hot on Yas's tails. Boy Better Know has actually decreased the gap between the 2.
Here we go.
And Yas now trying to use the slipstream. Oh. Sir Spud looks like he's trying to make a move on F1 Mr. P as well.
What a move! Oh, I thought Yosh was going to go for it there. But what a move there from Sir Spud there. Absolutely belters. They're absolutely fantastic.
Yosh thought about it.
Yeah,
he thought about it, but he just ran out of racetrack.
Yeah, but he's going to have to make the moves quickly. He's got to make the moves. If he wants to make it happen, he's got to make those moves because Sir Spud and Mr. P are going to go, which I would predict, a two-stop strategy here, Tim. Do you agree?
I really cannot predict that at all. In fact, I think I've used up my predictions for the day. But one thing that I can say is there was almost some contact between F1 Mr. P and Yas. Yas is now getting by F1 Mr. P. F1 Mr. P now down to 4th as Boy Better Know has got by him as well. Mr. P, he just did not have a good corner, and that opened the door for both Yas and Boy Better Know, who is right on Yas's tail.
Now, there was a bit of contact there between, which looked like there was a bit of contact between Yas and Mr. P, F1 Mr. P. But like I said, that will have. I'm not saying that's going to be a course or anything like that, but we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here. Fair racing, fair respected racing as well. But we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen next here. But can Yas try and chase the lead now on Spud now? Still watching it from Boy Better Know's point of view here, but watching it from this, can Yas try and regain his lead here, which should. Whatever happens to Spud will need to. I'm just wondering when these guys are going to pit here. So Spud and F1 Mr. P. Fresh Styles got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings here, Tim. Now, looking at this now, this is absolutely belter of a race here. I'm glued from the top 3. Fresh Styles trying to close in on TL44S on 6th place at the moment here. Tyler Avalanche trying to close in on Sheepy now for 10th and 11th place here. And well, we've got a 3-car battle here as well from 10th, 11th and 12th with Nitrogas just joining the party here. But like I said, I'm glued into this top 3. I'm going to go back to Yas now to try and see what he's going to do next, Tim. So, like I said, sorry, Tim.
I'm currently looking at the race director, actually, with you mentioning a lot of penalties. The Ferocious Dan, he is absolutely filling up the board. I'm seeing 3 seconds. 5 seconds. I think my count is already up to at least 8 or even 12. What's going on?
We got the move. We got a 2 in a bed situation here at the chicane part there. What a move there from Yas. What a switcheroo there from Boy Better Know at the chicane part. Absolutely belters. Absolutely belter stuff there, Tim. Fantastic stuff there. Fantastic.
And that is fresher tires prevailing right there, as Sir Spud has 13 laps on his medium tires versus Yas and Boy Better Know having 5 and 6.
Oh, yeah, I'm just watching Fresh Stone in 6th place now. Nitrogas did move up to 10th. Sheepy looks like he's dropped down to 12th place now. Looking at that barrel there, whatever happens here. I'm just going to look at the other barrels going on so far here to see if there's any more closest barrels we've got so far. But as in the laps as well, Yas is in the lead with 1st place. Boy Better Know is in 2nd place. So Spud is in 3rd. F1 Mr. P is in 4th place. Simon is in 5th with in 5th place. Ferocious is in 6th. TL44S is in 7th. Luke Bailey is in 8th. Schofield is in 9th. Nitrogash is in 10th. Tone Avalanche in 11th. Sheepy is in 12th. Mr. Sky C 13th. Sab 14th place, and TB23791 is the only one with the DNF so far in this race. Tim. Oh, 2 in a bed! Oh, 2 in a bed situation there, nearly. Oh, contact!
And right you are, and there is contact, and now F1 Mr. P is spinning. F1 Mr. P is now facing the wrong way on the racetrack, going through the chicane. Contact between him and Simon sent him around.
Yeah, so that, I don't know if that was like any issues or anything like that, but from that point of view there, it looks like, might look like Simon did not give enough room at that point there, but Spud's dropped down to 4th now. So his tyres must be absolutely gone now on 14 laps, so he'll need to think about it. Same with Mr. P as well, so they'll probably have to do one more lap, I reckon, on the medium tyres, but it looks like they probably would do a 1-stop, which could happen there. But the clouds are coming in. I know we've been told it's going to be a dry race, but I could see a little bit of clouds through that the straights there. But yeah, but it's just madness stuff there from Simon there. I don't think he gave enough room there on F1 Mr. P. That's where Mr. P dropped down to 9th place. But look, so I'm going to go back to the battle of the 10th place. Mr. Skice is out of the points at the moment here, but this is not good. Well, Tony Avalanche, he has got points, but he does not want to be in 10th place. He needs to be in 1st place to stand any chance of getting the the point stuff tonight. We might have a battle here for, well, so Spud is in the pits now. So Spud is in the pits, Tim. What are you watching so far?
I've been watching Mr. P back here in the back of the pack, who is now also going into the pits. I was just about to mention, I'm surprised he is not pitted yet, but now he is. Apparently there's some team strategy or something going on there. Meanwhile, looking at Nitro Gash as he is trying to hunt down the Alfa Romeo of Ton Albanach, and he is basically right on his gearbox, but just cannot be close enough to make a move, at least not yet. He's going to have to get some DRS assistance for sure. Yeah,
absolutely stuff a bit there. But I'll tell you what, I've looked at it. It looks like it could be a 1 to 2 pit stop strategies. But which one would you have gone for? Would you have gone for the risky 1 stop, or the 2 stop? Well, 2 stop, should I say?
It depends on my. It would depend on where I started. If I started up near the front, I would try to go the risky 1 stop. Otherwise, I would definitely try to go the 2 stop, because at that point, if you're not starting up front and if you can't stay up front, you got nothing to lose. You might as well try the 2 stop. Try to use fresher tires to your advantage.
Absolutely. So here we go. We've got Nitro Gash on the DRS straight now on Ton Avalanche for 7th place here. Should have the DRS straight now. He should have the opportunity here to get the DRS, but TL44S is doing a cracker of a job there as well for us to close it on Ferocious down for 4th place here. I reckon they will probably have to go on the softs, probably near the end of the race. I reckon Boy Better Know's got a 3-second time penalty and 4 multiple warnings. F1 Mr. P had a 5-second penalty when speeding the pit lane as well, so we forgot to mention earlier on in the stream. But like I said, this is absolutely fantastic racing here. We've got a couple of battles going on here, Tim. We've got Boy Better Know and Simon for 2nd and 3rd, which I'll go to now. So Mr. Skysy's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Frostan and TL44S, and also Ton Avalanche and Nitro Gash here. Oh, Simon's going to try and close it on Boy Better Know then. F1 Mr. P's got a 3-second time penalty, Tim.
Well, I'm currently watching, not Simon, but Ton Albanach and Nitro Gash still trying to see if Nitro Gash can gain on Ton Albanach. It looks like he has a little bit, but not enough to really do anything. Oh, two-in-a-bed situation between Simon and Boy Better Know. Oh, Boy Better Know's pitted. So I reckon he'll go on the hard tyres to last the whole race here. But that could be a great call there with the undercut there to try and avoid the battle there between himself and Simon for 2nd and 3rd respectively here. But I'm going to watch TL44S, Tim. Is there any comments that you see so far in this race? Well, excuse me, what was the question, Mal?
I was to say, is there any comments, any battles going on so far? Sorry, Tim.
So far, I do not see any except for TL44S and Ferocious Dan at the moment. Of course, Nitro Gash is still trying to chase down Ton Albanach, but Ton Albanach is just pulling away each and every lap. That Alfa Romeo is certainly faster than that Red Bull. Absolutely stuff there. But still, there's a couple of battles going on here, Tim. We've got TL44S closing in on Ferocious Dan by 2nd there. Ton Avalanche, Nitro Gash in 6th and 7th, respectively. Mr. Sky sees the split in 9th and 10th. And also Luke Bailey and Sab for 12th and 13th place. But this has been an absolute belt of a race. The clouds are coming in the fog. Look like a little bit of a fog at the background there. So I'm not saying there's going to be rain or anything, because we've been told it's going to be a dry race. But like I said, it's going to be a belt of stuff. But I could see why Boy Better Know went on to the hard tyres, because he did do two times on the medium tyres, I believe. I might be wrong. Now, going back to what you said about the fog, because I do not remember, unfortunately, what tires Boy Better Know started on. But going back to the fog, even if it doesn't rain, what that will do is actually cool down the track and change track temps, just thus affecting handling even more so.
Yeah, it should help. It should help the drivers a little bit with the tyre wear, because like I said, the tyre wear with the softs should last about 12. I did say 12 to 14 laps roughly, probably mainly 13 laps. But the medium tyres should last a little bit longer, as well as the hard tyres as well. But so Spud tried closing on the Drivers' Championship leader of Mr. Sky C in for 9th place here. Scopefield and Ton Avalanche for 5th and 6th respectively. So Spud's trying to look for the inside. Can he make the move? No, he doesn't make the move. Oh, I'm going to watch this battle here, Tim. I'm going to watch this battle here for 9th and 10th respectively here. Watch it from Sir Spud's point of view here. Gives Mr. Sky C going for the inside point of view, and he makes the move there, Tim. He makes the move there. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant. He's on fire. Oh, he nearly hit the World Champions. He nearly hit the World Champions, Tim.
And Sir Spud made that move look easy. It just looked like he was absolutely on a rail going by that car. Going by Mr. Sky Z, who was now in the 10th position. Of course, he is our points leader. I'm sure that our points leader would rather be in a better position than that. He will not clinch the championship today with that result. Of course, there is still plenty of time for him to gain position if he can. Meanwhile, going to look up at, excuse me, not Nitro Gash, but Sheepy83, who has a train of cars forming behind him with Sir Spud and Mr. Sky Z, just these two. They're about to be nose to tail, and even behind them is Boy Better Know in the Renault, who is coming up and moving fast. He's on those fresh hard tires, so they may be giving him a bit of an advantage versus these old medium tires.
Yeah, just while you're watching that battle there, I'm just watching Scopefield Time Avalanche for 5th and 6th, and then go straight back into those the Sheepy train car there. But Time Avalanche might have a chance here on Scopefield and now for 5th place here. Oh, he makes the move! He makes the move! Oh, Scope's going to the pits. Scope has gone to the pits. Oh my days! Oh my days, who was that? That was Nitro Gash, nearly hit the World Champions there. Oh, Sheepy! Sheepy could have an opportunity here. Oh, there's two in the bench. There's two in the bench situation here. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff there. Absolutely brilliant racing here, Tim.
It is absolutely brilliant indeed. I'm on the edge of my seat as now Mr. Sky Z trying to get back by Boy Better Know, but it's not going to work. That Renault is absolutely a hard charger through the field right now. And now his next victim is going to be Sheepy83 if he can get there, riding on board with Boy Better Know right now.
Oh, absolutely madness stuff here. We might have a 3-car battle here between Sab, Schofield and Mr. P. F1 Mr. P, sorry. And also we've got Sir Spud and Sheepy now. We've just seen crossing over the 9th and 10th, I believe. But like I said, oh, this has been an absolutely belter of a race here, Tim. Absolutely classic. Simon is in the pits now after 12 laps of the medium tyres. Oh, absolutely madness stuff there. But Boy Better Know did a brilliant job there to try and chase on Mr. Sky C for 9th place here. But also, well, five drivers from the top 5. Sorry, 4 of the 5 top drivers. I couldn't say that. But they're in the pits anyway. A Sheepy's got a 5-second penalty for speeding the pit lane. So penalties will be decisive tonight. They will be decisive here. Just trying to see what's going on there. Simon's got a 20-second gap there. So Yosh could have a free pit stop here. Between 20 to 25 seconds, depending on if there's any action along the way. Oh, my days! Oh, the 2 in the pits! And then we had another car coming out. What a battle there! Oh, what a battle there between Mr. P, Sab, Scope, and...
A little bit of contact there between Mr. P and Sab. Thought for a minute Sab was going to go around, but he did not. Go ahead now.
Absolutely madness stuff there, but Mr. P trying to go for the inside. And he doesn't make the move. I nearly lose my voice there. But Mr. P trying to make the move there on Sab now for 10th place. Yosh is in the pits. Yosh is in the pits. So this could be make or break here to hold on to that lead there. Whatever happens here tonight, we've got 13 laps remaining. 13 laps remaining, but Mr. P really wants to try and get past Sab as quickly as possible here. He's trying to get a bare exit here on the hairpin here. And we're coming up to the DRS straight there. But yeah, fantastic stuff there. Can we see any more shocks along the way here? Nitro Gash is in the pits now. Can Mr. P try and make the move here? He's trying to have a quick glance on where Sab's car... Well, oh my days! Mr. P has hit the wall of champions. Mr. P has lost his front wing. Absolutely madness.
And that is a shame.
I don't know if there was any contact there between Mr. P and Sab, but it looked like Mr. P lost it on the chicane part from my point of view, but I could be wrong. I could be absolutely wrong here. But Nitro Gash could be closing in on Luke Bailey now for 10th place here. Sheepy's got another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. But yeah, Yosh has kept the lead. Yosh has kept the lead from Simon there in second place. Oh, Nitro Gash. Tim. Oh, 2 minutes. Can Nitro Gash make the move? He makes the move there, Tim. He makes the move there. Brilliant. Tim,
And Luke Bailey, he can do nothing but watch as that Red Bull just disappears into the distance. Meanwhile, one thing I want to bring to attention, Jos, as you said, he has pitted and he was able to keep the lead. But Zyman, he is eating away at that lead very quickly. Of course, Jos pitted for the medium tires. Zyman pitted for the soft tires. The soft tires, they're going to have to last him for another 12 laps. Can Zyman maybe, just maybe, hang on to at least challenge Jos for this win?
We'll have to wait. It could be make or break here, but we've got quite a few battles here. So we've got a few penalties going on here. I've lost count now. I think that was Ferocious Dan and Sab. There was another one as well who had a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings as well. But also we've got we're going to just go back into the battle here between TL44S and Boy Better Now. Yellow flags on sector 3, which I believe Mr. P has retired from the session, from the race itself. So 2 drivers are out of the race now, Mr. P and TB230791 on lap 24 or 35 of the Invictus Racing League, the Performance League. Tim.
What?
Sorry, I'm just saying.
Sorry, yeah, my mic was muted. I apologize for that, Malc, but currently watching TL44S, who is making a move by a Renault, and that is Boy Better Know. TL44S and Boy Better Know, they are battling out very hard. Boy Better Know now in the 5th position. He's trying to fight back against TL44S. Will he be able to do it going into turn 1 as there is a lockup from the Toro Rosso? That is going to allow Boy Better Know to get just a little bit closer to him, but TL44S gets a much better exit.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Boy Better Know did have a 3-second time penalty from that battle between himself and TL44S, but it looked like TL44S did not give Boy Better Know enough room from my point of view, so that's why he had the 3-second time penalty, Boy Better Know. So that I have to wait and see what happens after the race here. But we had quite a few battles going on here, Tim. But like I said, like I said, Boy Better Know is going to have to be careful. There's a few drivers that are on the limit here with the DSQ coming up soon. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully they'll hold on here for next 10 to 11 laps, Tim. Mr. Sky C trying closing on Luke Bailey now for 12th and 13th place. But also we might have a 3-car battle back into 4th, 5th and 6th in a moment or two, Tim.
And that we might indeed. However, there's not too many battles going on at the moment. But Zyman is eating away at that lead just a little bit, though. I do not think he's going to be able to make it stick in order to challenge Jos. And what's happened?
Mr. Sky C moves up to 12. Mr. Sky C moves up to 12. Sam's retired! Oh, there's been a crash. Has there been a crash? No. Oh, Sab has left the session. DNF. I don't know if that was by the race champions or he went into the pits and then retired. But absolutely madness stuff there. We've got 3 drivers now out of the race. Yellow flag set to 1. Yellow flag set to 1. We're going to go back into the 3rd place here because we might have a 4-car battle here coming up soon here. Hopefully we'll find out sooner or later what happened with Sab there. Yeah, I think in my guess it could be that Sab had retired in the pits, but I had to make sure quickly because I was trying to see from that following on battle here, but we'll have a 4-car battle here in the moment or two here. What can TL44S do on 3rd place, from 4th place to 3rd place here? Lap 27.35 of the Invictus Racing League Performance League, but Boy Better Know's got a good exit here. He's got a good exit here against TL44S. We could have a 2 in a bit. Oh! Boy Better Know's lost a bit of his back end there, but he's still trying everything he can. He's trying everything he can. Nigel Gas is in the pits. Nigel Gas is in the pits. Oh, Nigel Gas is tired in the pits. Same with Sab as well. This is madness stuff here. Yeah, absolutely madness stuff. I'm still speechless here, Tim. What do you think so far?
I absolutely have no idea. It's just been absolutely crazy. A lot of different pit strategies coming into play as you see Sir Spud in 3rd, 11 laps on his hard tires. Obviously, he's probably going to try to make that last until the end. Not sure if it's going to be able to work, though, as TL44S is getting close to him, but can't make a move just yet.
No, Sir Spud will be a sitting duck here. Well, we've got might have two in a bed situations here. We've got TL44S trying to close in. Boy Better Know's trying to go defensive here against Ferocious Dan for 5th and 6th respectively here. But like I said, Tim, the penalties will be affected after the race here tonight. Oh, this is going to be a belter. Oh, I thought TL44S would have an opportunity there for the overtake there. But Boy Better Know's more closer to TL44S, more in 4th place. Absolutely belter of a race here. We've got a couple of battles going on. Luke Bailey's got a 3-second time belting for multiple warnings here. Tim.
And that he does indeed. That is very unfortunate. Luke Bailey right now running in the 11th position. But now I am watching this 4-car battle between Sir Spud, TL44S, Boy Better Know, and Ferocious Dan. And believe it or not, Todd Almanac in the Alfa Romeo. He's going to try to stick his hat in the ring. He is just back there willing to try to gain on these guys. And for a minute, I thought they were going to be 2 or even 3 wide. What's going on?
We've got 3. We've got 3 in the bed nearly. Oh, 2 in the beds. Oh my God, 5-car battle here, Tim. You got to watch this to believe it here. We might have oh my days, we've got a 5-car battle here for 3rd place here. Oh, please be a 5 in a bed here. We might have a 3 in a bed soon. We might have a 3 in a bed. Oh, definitely 2 in a beds. Boy Better Know moves up to 5th place here. Tom Avalanche trying to close out TL44S now. But look at Ferocious down right at the back of Spud. They're trying to make the move. Does he make the move?
Stand on the inside. And now that opens the door for Boy Better Know to get underneath Ferocious Dan. Boy Better Know in the Renault and Ferocious Dan in the Racing Point machine.
Oh,
and now Boy Better Know spins. There is contact. There is contact. And that is Sir Spud. Excuse me, not Boy Better Know. That is Sir Spud who spins with contact between him and Boy Better Know.
Yeah, it looked like there was a little bit of contact which caused that caused the accident there. But they got to be careful here because I think Boy Better Know is right at the, I know I said this earlier, but I think he might be right at the limit here. He's got to be absolutely careful there, whatever happens here with the penalties and stuff here. But we've got a 4-car battle here for 3rd place here. Like I said, Ferocious Dan in the podium stuff, so Spud dropped down to 10th place now. But here we go, we've got a 4-car battle here, Tim. You do the honours, mate.
4-car battle between Boy Better Know, TL44S. Ton Albanach. Carry on now.
We're just waiting to see what's happening here next here. Simon is in the pits now. So I reckon he's going to try and go for the fastest lap of the race here.
Simon going to exit into 6th position. Just behind this battle, we have TL44S right now in the 3rd position. Boy Better Know in 4th, and Ton Almanac in 5th. They are running basically nose to tail. Ferocious Dan up in 2nd, but he is about to be an involuntarily member of this battle here. However, TL44S going to try desperately to chase him down while he has the Renault and Alfa Romeo of Boy Better Know and Ton Almanac just behind him. Simon, who has soft tires, look for him to join this battle here in just a moment as I ride on board with him. Going to watch what he does as he wants to gain on Ton Almanac right now. They are approaching the hairpin right now. That really tight right-hander going down that long straightaway. Will Simon be able to get DRS down this straightaway? We're going to see here in just a moment. Simon is 1.1 seconds behind Ton Almanac. Not going to get DRS this time, but look for him to get it here the next lap.
Oh my days, Boy Better Know trying to close in on TL44S now for 3rd place here. Oh, the limit here. Oh, 2 in the beds. We've got a 2 in the bed situation here. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant move there for Boy Better Know.
There's a lockup from TL44S, and that allowed Boy Better Know to clear the Toro Rosso. Boy Better Know now in the 3rd position, that final podium spot, lap 31 of 35.
Oh, absolutely brilliant stuff there, but we got a 3-car battle here. TL44S try and go against Boy Better Know here for 3rd place here. Oh,
and now Simon's trying to make a move as well.
Oh my days, what can Simon do? Oh, TL44S might have an opportunity here against Boy Better Know for 3rd place here. Oh! TL44S has lost a bit of his front wing on the back of Boy Better Know, and because of that, TL44S has dropped down from 3rd to 6th in a matter of seconds there, Tim.
And that was unfortunate for him indeed. I thought for a minute he went all the way off, but he just took the long way around, kind of cutting the track. Not sure if he got a penalty for that or not. But boy better know now in the 3rd position with Ton Albanach following closely behind in the 4th position. And he wants that position. He wants the podium position. Will he be able to get it at all?
Oh, Simon! Simon makes the move! Simon trying to make the move here on the 2 in a bed situation here. Oh, Albanach! Does he make the move? Does he make the move? He's still going. He's still going, Simon. He makes the move. But
side by side, wheel to wheel, entering turn 3. What will happen here?
Oh,
Ton
no!
Albanach spins. There is contact, and Ton Albanach spins as well.
Boy, madness stuff there. Simon and Ton Albanach were side by side on that same corner where Sir Spud was earlier on. Nodjagash is already out of the race now. So 4 drivers are out of the race now. On lap 32-35 on the Invictus Racing League, the Performance League now. Sir Spud's got the fastest lap of the race now with a 1 minute 10.993. Fantastic stuff there from Sir Spud, but he won't get the fastest lap point. Boy better know drops down to 4th now. Simon into 3rd place now, so he'll be in the podium stuff as we speak here. But boy better know he's going to have the DRS straight now. He's going to have the DRS again. Oh! He might have the DRS.
Or better know, all on the back of Zyman 118 as they go down the front straightaway to cross the line, lap 33 and 35. And there's some contact between Zyman and Boy Better Know. Zyman locks it up, going into turn 1, and now there's contact. They are fighting side by side, wheel to wheel. And Zyman, he officially will be out front, at least 4 now, or at least out front of Boy Better Know in the 3rd position. Going through turn 3 now. Boy Better Know fighting back hard right on the back of that McLaren.
Oh, he's going for the inside! He's going for the inside move there, Boy Better Know. And he made the move! He made the move there! Oh, absolutely madness stuff there. Ton Albanach is retired from this session now. Sorry,
and that is unfortunate for Ton Albanach. He had such a good run going, and then there was that contact in turn 3 that took him around, and now his day's done.
Yeah, absolutely madness stuff there. Ton Albanach has left the session now. So,
another lockup and more contact between Zyman 118 and Boy Better Know. Zyman locked up going to the hairpin. Boy Better Know, a little bit of contact now, going down the straightaway using the DRS. Will he be able to get by Zyman at all?
No, he's going to try and go on the inside.
And there's contact, and Boy Better Know lost some of his front wing. TL4 Perez also overshot the corner as well as Boy Better Know. But Boy Better Know has definitely lost the right side of his front wing. Yeah, he does, but he's going for the inside again. On that point there on the screen there, but locks another 3-second time penalty. TL4 has got a 3-second time penalty as well from that point of view there. But a yellow flag set to 2. Yellow flag set to 2. So TL4 moved up to 4th now. Boy Better Know drops down to 5th place. We're on lap 34-35, the penultimate lap of this fantastic stuff. But the main man, Jos, is holding on for 1st. He has been holding on since the start. Well, he has dropped down a few places, but he did get back into 1st place earlier on. But that is his best ever win so far by a biggest margin now, 23.723 seconds so far in this gap here. Yellow flag set to 3. Yellow flag set to 3. So there's a little bit of gap here now. So Sheepy's the only one that's closest to Mr. Sky C. We're on the. Jos has just crossed over the line for the final lap. Jos has crossed over the line for the final lap of this Canadian Grand Prix. What a frantic race here, Tim. It has been frantic indeed, at least for everybody except your leader right now of Jos, who is just past turn 3 now in turns 4 and 5 through the S's right there. And now he's heading towards what should be about... Excuse me, I keep getting choked up again now, but anyway, he's heading toward the hairpin now, going underneath the 2 Rolex banners before he gets there. Jos absolutely in command of this race with a 23-second lead over Ferocious Dan in 2nd.
Yeah, absolutely madness stuff here. But Jos is coming up to the straights now. So Jos, what a drive by him. Absolutely brilliant drive here. Coming up to the final chicane part before the finish finale now. But what a drive, what a driver, fantastic stuff, and he's absolutely delighted there. He's absolutely delighted. The finishing flag is on, and he has just won the Canadian Grand Prix. Jos, you are absolutely fantastic, mate. Brilliant drive from you, mate. Absolutely brilliant drive. We've got a battle going on there, but Frostad could finish off in 2nd place here with Simon in 3rd as well. but we might have a two-car battle here in a moment or two. So Schofield trying to close in on Boybet and Sheepy trying to close in on Mr. Sky C for 7th place. But I think whatever happens here tonight, I think we might see Mr. Sky C winning the Drivers' Championship as well. But we'll get that confirmed in a moment or two. But Simon finishes in 2nd place. TL44S finishes in 3rd as well. So Schofield finishes in 4th. Frostan finishes in 5th. Mr. Sky C finishes in 6th. Boy Better Know finishes in 7th now. Sheepy's got a 5-second penalty unserved, finishing in 8th place. He was a 10th off Boy Better Know from 7th place. Luke Bailey has just crossed over the line now in 9th place. And also Sir Spud coming up to the final bit now, the straight now in 10th place. But brilliant stuff there from the guys here, Tim. Do you want to do the honours?
Congratulations. Yes, and congratulations to Yas on his win here at the Canadian Grand Prix. And of course, congratulations to Ferocious Dan and Zyman as well congratulations to Yas for his win, but congratulations to Zyman 118 there in the McLaren for the podium. And is that TO44S who actually squeaked by?
Absolutely madness stuff. Brilliant drive. Absolutely brilliant drive there from Yas. Brilliant drive from TL44S, and also a brilliant drive there from Simon.
And now I'm sorry, Malc. Anyway, your official running order, your official finishing order for the Canadian Grand Prix is Yas in 1st, Zyman 118 in 2nd, TL44S in 3rd, Schofield in 4th, Ferocious Dan in 5th, Mr. Sky Z in 6th. 7th is Boy Better Know SB, Sheepy 83 in 8th, Luke Bailey in 9th, 10th is Sir Spud, 11th is Con Almanac with Nitro Gash in 12th. Sab is in 13th, 14th is F1 Mr. P, and TB230 in 15th. Of course, we had a total of 5 DNFs. That is Ton Almanac all the way down to TB. Unfortunate for them, but congratulations to Yas on his win today.
Absolutely brilliant stuff there from the guys here. It's just brilliant drive from Yas. So do you want to invite Yas, Simon, and TL44S in the commentators box, Tim?
Yes.
So we're just going to get that confirmed and ready to go. So bear with us a sec, guys. We will kick off in a moment or two. But normally, I'm just catching up with the comments there. If you like what you see so far, guys, please make sure you like and subscribe to the Invictus Racing League channels for all the live races, not just for the Performance League. We have the No Assist League with the greatest commentary of them all from Gareth and from Sab as well for the No Assist League. Also, like I said,
you will have to invite them.
Yes, don't worry, mate. I will do that in a sec. Like I said, we'll mention about a few bits on there. But also, we got the equal leagues on the Wednesday nights for F1, F2, and F3 with Tim, Energy Dan, and myself in F1, F2, and F3 respectively. But also, we got the podcast on the Thursday nights. And also, check out for the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter for all the latest updates of everything that you see so far in this. Brilliant stuff. So I'm going to invite Yas and TL44S and Simon if they're acceptable there, like I said. But yeah, also can I just say a massive congratulations to Mr. Sky C, who has confirmed he has the new the third triple world champion. So congratulations to Mr. Sky C. Absolutely fantastic drive there. Oh, we do apologise. We just had confirmation from Simon. He won't be able to make it to the commentary box, so we'll invite Yas and TL44S in the commentators box. So bear with us a sec, guys. We will be with you in a moment or two. So if you...
So many battles and just,
Oh, I'll tell you what, the first 10 laps, it felt like all over again with the fantastic stuff. It's just absolutely immense stuff. It's just brilliant. It was just absolutely brilliant with the racing. I just cannot believe what's happened at the start there. But we nearly had a 4 in the bed situation. I'm still speechless because I love Canada and to watch it it's just absolutely immense stuff. And what was your thoughts of the race tonight, Tim? With your thoughts?
Were you talking to Yoss or me?
Yeah, you, mate. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Well, my thoughts on the race. I think it was a nail biter indeed. We had at one point a 5-car battle and not just in the back of the pack, like a 5-car battle for a podium position. That being the podium position of third. Of course, Yossi dominated the race, so no one was up there challenging him. But back in the pack, there was definitely some battles.
Brilliant stuff. I know you're going to shoot off, Tim, but I'd like to say thank you very much for the commentary box, as always, mate. If you go shoot off as well.
Hey, it's been fun, and you all have fun in here.
Thank you very much, mate. Yoss has just joined in. Please make sure you got your loud voice to be shared via the party settings. We're just waiting for TL4S. If not, we'll have to kick off with the questionnaire as quickly as possible. Normally, what we do is we ask the 3 questions as usual to the drivers to make sure they're all up to date and make sure they enjoyed their Canadian Grand Prix podium stuff, and also talk about the next race, the finale race of Germany as well. For that, are you ready, Yoss?
Yep.
Right. So, good evening to Yoss. How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
How does it feel with that race tonight? Tell us your thoughts.
It felt a lot better than Bahrain.
Oh, okay. I won't mention about Bahrain to you, mate, because I know you do not want to talk about it. But does this feel like redemption now? It feels like brilliant recovery now, winning after that. What happened?
Yeah. It feels like I needed this win. I just needed it for Bahrain.
Oh.
It was just crashing on the last lap in Bahrain, and not finishing first was just terrifying.
Yeah. I know. We was all gutted for you, mate. Like, I just could not believe what happened with that. But this felt like proper redemption to bring back into the race itself tonight. But what a brilliant drive. Was there any battles that you noticed that you did well, that you liked so far?
Sorry, can you ask it?
Sorry.
Again?
Was there any battles? I know you was majority the leading, but did you have any good battles during the race?
I didn't have any battles, to be fair.
Oh, okay. No worries.
I was just holding second place on like 3 seconds behind me, and that's it.
Yeah, absolutely stuff. But like I said, I was trying and give you the TV time as much as possible. But you did well. You did a brilliant drive tonight, Yoss. That is one hell of a drive. Especially, obviously you had to come back through as quickly as possible. But bear in mind though, you did a brilliant job tonight. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Next week is the finale at the German Grand Prix. So, what are your thoughts of Germany? And what are your expectations of Germany for next week?
I didn't race that much on that track on this game, so I don't know what it's gonna be like, if I'm gonna be fast or not.
Yeah, absolutely.
If the other guys are going to be fast, I don't know.
You just never know what to expect. Yoss, you could win again. You could win. That was your first win since Belgium, back in race 7. So that's still.
Yeah.
And then you had your second podium in. Well, I say second podium. You know what I mean? Like in the last bit of the races and stuff in Bahrain. But also you did a brilliant job of getting your third podium of the last back end of the racing. And now to win it again, it's just fantastic stuff there. But we'll have to wait and see what happens next week at the German Grand Prix. Let's hope it's going to be the same as what we see in the real life scenario. But I'm hoping if TL44S can join. If not, I might have to stop the stream. I know it's just a message saying that he might be running a bit late, but we might have to stop the stream as early as possible here. But I'm sure Simon, who was in second place, but also, sorry, I forgot to say, Yoss, congratulations on winning tonight. Absolutely immense stuff there, and I wish you all the very best of luck next week at the finale race. Absolutely brilliant stuff. but brilliant, fantastic stuff there, Jos. Fantastic stuff.
Thanks.
And if you could say, you can go. It's up to you. But like I said, Simon, I'm sure Simon would have been absolutely delighted to get into the top 3 tonight with the podium stuff. After that immense battle with the McLaren car as well, especially when he had the medium tyres and he had to pit twice on the soft. So I thought that would have been a strange move on the last bit, but let's see what happens there. But I'm sure he would have been delighted in the top 3 tonight. TL44S, I know he's just mentioned to me that he's going to be, might have to be a bit late with the interview. If not, I might have to stop it. So I might have to stop the stream at the moment here too. But so can I just say, first off, congratulations to Mr. Sky C for winning the 3rd title of the Drivers' Championship. So that's fantastic stuff there. Brilliant, immense driving there. All he had to do was just get whatever points there. Well, Tony Balaj or TL44S had to be in the top 3. To win the race in the last 2 races, and hope Mr. Sky C finishes under 5 points from the remaining 2 races. But he did a brilliant race to get into P6, and also fantastic stuff as well. But always, like I said, fantastic stuff. Thank you very much to the guys who have just joined and watched the stream. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Invictus Racing League channels for all the live races as usual. And also, I'd like to thank everyone as well. I'd like to thank Tim for the commentary box as always. And this is I'm your host with the most, Malc. Tim was the American commentator. This was the Invictus Racing League. That was the Performance League. And that, I'll tell you what, it's a good night from all of us. Cheers for that, guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.